you know, when he gets the motor running, he's running you over. You know, he just, you know, it takes him a while to get up to 50, 60, 70, but then he's going. He's on the highway, and he's on the motorcade.
With only a couple of days left in the most anticipated match of the decade, boxing gurus are citing their picks for the matchup for Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. Carl Froch stated that after rewatching the first fight, he realized just how close it was, acknowledging that many people struggled to pick a clear winner. However, upon further review, he concluded that Artur Beterbiev had done enough to secure the victory in their first encounter. Carl added, "He's looked good in all his fights, even in his late 30s and now into 40s. I don't think the age will be a problem."
Let's be honest, the first one was that close. Not many people could split them. You couldn't pick a winner. I had Bivol originally, then I rewatched it back, and I thought Beterbiev finished strong enough to actually nick the win.
In addition, Carl Froch added that Beterbiev's relentless work rate and arsenal make him a nightmare in the ring. He highlighted Beterbiev's ability to throw a high volume of hard punches to both the head and body, can outskill even the best of opponents. Froch also emphasized Beterbiev's incredible durability, noting that he is extremely difficult to stop, can absorb heavy shots, and still march forward.
Beterbiev has got plenty of hard work in his repertoire. He throws a lot of punches, he punches hard body and head. He can outskill the best of them as well. I mean, people get mixed up and think that Beterbiev's just a big warmonger and he's a big puncher and he comes forward and irons people out, which is what he does tend to do. But he beat Bivol in the first one on points. And listen, this guy's hard to stop in his tracks. He's hard to knock out. I don't think he can be knocked out. He's one of these guys that can just swallow up punches and just walk through big, heavy shots.
Teofimo Lopez predicted the same outcome as their first fight, stating that Artur Beterbiev would win again. However, he stated that he is rooting for Dmitry Bivol to win this time. Lopez acknowledged both fighters as great competitors, but expects Beterbiev to hurt Bivol in the rematch.
Who you got February 22nd, Bivol or Beterbiev? I think same outcome, Beterbiev, but rooting for Bivol. Hopefully he does better than the first time. If anything, I think Beterbiev is gonna hurt Bivol this time around. But kudos to Bivol, man. He boxed very well, but he just didn't show enough grit in the last championship rounds. It's a great fight.
Being on the same page, renowned social media analyst Showbiz the Adult predicted a victory for Artur Beterbiev in the rematch, stating that Bivol's best chance to win was in their first fight when Beterbiev was coming off knee surgery and unable to apply full pressure. According to Showbiz, with Beterbiev now in better condition, he expects him to secure the win this time too.
I had an interview with Beterbiev. I asked him a question. You'll see it, and he laughed. And I knew what that laugh meant. I think that Bivol's best chance to beat him was that fight. Beterbiev, he was out for some time, and he was coming back from a knee repair. I think Beterbiev couldn't put pressure on that foot to deliver the power he usually delivers. I'm telling you, that was his best opportunity. Beterbiev was knocking everybody out right until then, and that was his fight back from his knee repair.
Mixed martial artist and commentator Joe Rogan offered high praise for Artur Beterbiev, calling him one of the most terrifying boxers in history. He highlighted Beterbiev's devastating knockout power, noting that Dmitry Bivol is the only fighter to ever take him the distance. Rogan saw this as proof of both Beterbiev's ferocity and Bivol's resilience.
He did a hammer workout on a tire where he hit a tire for an hour.
He did? For an hour?
An hour.
What?
He hit a tire for an hour with a sledgehammer.
Those Dagestanis are made of different...
He's Chechnyan.
Is he Chechnyan?
But same
mountain people.
Hamzat Chimaev, savage people.
Yeah.
And he's one of the scariest boxers of all time. The only fight that he had as a professional that went the distance is Bivol.
I know.
In addition, Joe Rogan voiced his excitement for the rematch by recognizing the immense stakes. He praised Bivol's exceptional skill set, emphasizing his standout victory over Canelo Alvarez as proof of his elite boxing ability. Rogan acknowledged that Bivol's disciplined style and technical prowess make him a formidable challenge against the power of Beterbiev.
That's February 22nd. I'm pumped for that fight.
They're going to fight again?
Oh, yeah. It's the rematch. I'm very pumped for that fight because Bivol is so goddamn good, too. What he did to Canelo, like, no one's ever done that Canelo.
Beterbiev showcases a highly specialized training regimen that combines dynamic weighted movements with precise footwork. Beterbiev is seen moving weights in a controlled manner. This method is not merely about lifting heavy objects. It's designed to build explosive power and enhance wrist stability, both crucial for delivering knockout punches. His movements on the training ground are are not random. They're engineered to improve balance, agility, and overall mobility. This level of footwork is essential for maintaining a stable base while throwing punches, ensuring that energy generated from the lower body effectively transfers into his strikes. Meanwhile, Dmitry Bivol admitted that he entered the first fight with high regard for Artur Beterbiev, believing he was the strongest and fastest fighter on the planet. However, once in the ring as the fight progressed, Bivol realized that Beterbiev, while formidable, felt normal to face, shifting his perspective on the matchup.
To be honest, no, I was thinking about him very high, that he's a very good fighter, strongest man on the planet, fastest, and when I was in the ring, it was normal.
The 39-year-old pugilist Artur Beterbiev can be seen wielding a sledgehammer in a training session reminiscent of the iconic montages from the Rocky films. For a full hour, he relentlessly swings the heavy tool, delivering thunderous blows designed to enhance his wrist strength and overall punching power.
10 seconds. Time! How much? 1 hour? An hour.
Fans have marveled at the sheer intensity and duration of the workout, with many describing it as a machine-like display of power that leaves little room for doubt about Beterbiev's physical prowess. Analysts and boxing enthusiasts alike are eagerly anticipating the rematch, speculating that this innovative training method could be the edge the champion needs to decisively finish the fight. Mark Ramsey, Beterbiev's coach and trainer, revealed that while Beterbiev was pleased with his victory, he felt he could have performed even better in the ring. Looking ahead to the rematch, Ramsey emphasized that their focus is on delivering an even stronger performance.
A fun story about that thing. Like when we go back to Canada, we have a first debriefing together, and my thing was, Artur, we probably win. I win as a coach, my biggest win ever, and you probably win your biggest win ever as a boxer, but I'm not satisfied. I know you can do way better of this. And he told me, Mark, this is exactly the feeling that I have. Like, it's great, I'm happy, but I can do way better than this. And that was the motivation of our group and our team for the whole training camp, and we just want to deliver this Saturday night.
In addition, Mark Ramsey stated that in the first fight, he wasn't expecting any surprises, as everyone was already aware of Dmitry Bivol's exceptional footwork, particularly his ability to step in and out and use lateral movement effectively. However, Ramsey added that beyond those attributes, he didn't see anything particularly special from Bivol.
No, the only thing I think he was way better on lateral movement. Like, we all know that he have that in and out movement, but he showed that he was able to be also very good with lateral movement. But outside of that, nothing special. No.
David Benavides praised both Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol as high-caliber fighters, acknowledging their ability to make adjustments in their rematch. While he displayed uncertainty about whether the second fight will play out the same as the first, Benavides expressed that if it does follow a similar pattern, he believes Bivol will come out on top.
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not. But if it's the same fight, I feel like Bivol wins.
Moving on, Artur Beterbiev has recently acknowledged that his first fight against Dmitry Bivol came shortly after his knee surgery, which limited his ability to apply full pressure. However, he now feels significantly better and assured that he will be at his best for the rematch, promising to give everything in the ring.
Of course, it's like short time after injury, after surgery, like, you know, it's short time, but now is better, like.
Moreover, Artur Beterbiev acknowledged that he has faced many great opponents throughout his career and recognized Dmitry Bivol as one of them. He praised Bivol's skills, stating that he is a very good boxer, showing respect for his rival ahead of their highly anticipated rematch.
He's good, like them. He's good boxer.
rematch. However, Artur Beterbiev dismissed the idea that he is emotionless when it comes to boxing, stating that he is a simple person and, above all, human. He acknowledged that while he has achieved champion status, he still feels joy when he wins. Reflecting on his performances, he emphasizes his appreciation for the work he and his team put in.
I'm very simple person. I mean, people, human, like, you know. I have heart, I have everything. You know, it's like sometimes, like, you become world undisputed world champion. Yeah, I need to be happy, like, you know.
It was nice to see.
Yeah, nice. It's because it's nice, like, because it's good. We have done this job, like, you know, it's good.
Ariel Helwani, believing that Dmitry Bivol won the first fight against Artur Beterbiev, raised questions about the potential for a trilogy. He speculated that if Bivol were to secure a decisive and unquestionable victory in the rematch, it would strengthen the case for a third fight. Helwani suggested that the nature of Bivol's performance would ultimately determine whether a trilogy would be necessary.
And I guess, you know, I thought Bivol won the first fight, and then I'm thinking, all right, let's say he figures it out and he wins the second fight, and he does it more comfortably, right? No controversy. I'm starting to think, like, okay, are they going to try to do a trilogy?
Former light heavyweight champ Roy Jones Jr. expressed his desire for both Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol to go for the knockout in their upcoming rematch. He particularly hopes to see Beterbiev revert to his usual aggressive style, fighting hard as he typically does. However, Jones also wants to see Beterbiev incorporate more boxing skill and intelligence, urging him to box more strategically and smartly throughout the fight. In response to the question about what Dmitry Bivol needs to do in order to secure the victory, Roy Jones Jr. said, "Attack more, be ahead, stay ahead, and when you get the lead, keep the lead."
This time I'm hoping he'll go out and do what he did and box smart, but I'm hoping he'll look for the kill. And I know Bivol probably understands he wants to win this time. He's going to probably look for the kill too.
Moreover, Jones shared his insight on the battle, stating that Dmitry Bivol's ability to withstand Artur Beterbiev's power would be crucial to his chances of victory. Jones emphasized that while Bivol has the skill to win, he would need to work extremely hard to break down Beterbiev throughout the fight.
If Bivol can take Arthur's punch, Arthur going to have problems. If Arthur can take Bivol's punch, Bivol had to work for a long time.
Artur Beterbiev stated that after the first fight, he and his team identified areas for improvement and made the necessary adjustments in training. He mentioned that they added specific routines to target those weaknesses and refine their approach. Confident in his preparation, Beterbiev concluded that the rest they will see on fight night.
You know, we learned some different things, like, you know, what we need to prove, what we need to correct, like, you know. We did some stuff about these things. We'll see.
Moreover, Artur Beterbiev, with characteristic calmness, dismissed claims from Dmitry Bivol and his team about his power. He denied being as powerful as they suggest and downplayed his skills, almost shrugging off his reputation as one of boxing's most feared punchers.
It's not true. They lie.
Colin, my eyes are not lying. We can see how good your power is, but Dmitry said it's not monstrous power. It's like anyone else. Your thoughts on that?
No, it's not true.
What, your power is not true?
They lie, I mean. They lie a little bit.
What, I'm saying that your power isn't that good?
Yeah.
They're lying, yeah?
Yeah.
And we will see your power this Saturday night?
We'll see.
Teddy Atlas believes Artur Beterbiev will need to apply pressure early in the rematch, emphasizing that once Beterbiev gets his engine running, he becomes nearly unstoppable. Teddy added, "He is a juggernaut. It's hard to slow him down, but he finishes strong." Atlas noted that while it may take some time for Beterbiev to reach full speed, once he does, he overwhelms his opponents like a relentless force that is difficult to slow down.
He might have to get the motor running a little earlier and keep it running. His thing is, you know, when he gets the motor running, he's running you over. You know, he just, you know, it takes him a while to get up to 50, 60, 70, but then he's going. He's on the highway, and he's on the motorcade. You know what I mean? He's on that what's the name of that highway in Europe where you can go any amount of
Autobahn.
speed? He's on the Autobahn. And he's going.
In addition, Teddy Atlas praised Artur Beterbiev for fighting so soon after his knee surgery, highlighting his warrior mentality. He noted that Beterbiev didn't have much time to fully recover, but still stepped into the ring without making excuses. Atlas described him as a relentless fighter, calling him a beast in a good way. He added that hopefully Beterbiev's knee will be in better condition for the rematch.
have fully rehabbed the knee. He went in there quick after knee surgery. He didn't have a lot of time to really get it to 100%, but he's such a fighter. He's such an animal in a good way. That he's a beast. That he didn't let that be an excuse or stop him. But yeah, I think the knee, more time now for the knee to be better can only bode well for him. No doubt about it. And yeah.
Dmitry Bivol expressed his determination to deliver an improved performance in the rematch, stating that he hopes to showcase the best version of himself, a version that is a stronger, smarter, and harder fighter in the ring.
I hope I will show my best, really, which I prepared, and it will be faster, harder, smarter. I hope.
Beterbiev's assistant coach, John Scully, revealed that he initially wasn't aware they would be preparing for a rematch against Dmitry Bivol until 2 weeks after Mark Ramsey had called him regarding this. He had assumed they would be facing a different opponent, someone not as big of a name as Bivol. Scully emphasized that fans should appreciate both fighters for agreeing to such a high-stakes rematch so soon.
And for like 2 weeks, he assumed I knew. And then I read it on the internet, and I called, hey, you didn't tell me it was Bivol. I just thought it was a regular fight. He goes, no, we're doing a rematch, which is, I was shocked. Back in the old days, rematches happened right away. You fought him in a return match. Nowadays, it's like pulling teeth. So you got to give both of these guys credit for taking this tough of a fight, this big of a fight right away.
In addition, he acknowledged that judges see things differently, which can sometimes lead to unexpected outcomes. He added, I thought that it was a really close fight. You could see why you could give both guys credit, but I thought in terms of a professional fight and a 12-round fight and a fight for the undisputed title, I clearly see why we won. However, John Scully highlighted that after a fight, a fighter often has their predictions of how the result should go, but that rarely aligns with the judge's verdict.
Knowing how boxing is and the judging and the politics, I said, man, it's very rarely, it's crazy to say, but it's very rarely how you think it's going to be. Like when a fight is over and you go, oh, it was obviously 10 rounds to 2. Well, the judges aren't going to have it like that. It's going to be different. One way or the other.
Alexander Gvozdyk admitted that before the first fight, he initially picked Beterbiev to win, but changed his mind in favor of Bivol just before the result was announced. Looking ahead to the rematch, he pointed out that age could unexpectedly become a factor for Beterbiev. He explained that while a fighter may feel 100% in training, it's only in the ring that they truly realize if their body isn't responding the way it once did, especially against an elite opponent like Bivol.
Well, the first fight I was thinking is gonna be Beterbiev, but after fight I scored Bivol win, maybe like a little bit, but still win this fight. Won. Yeah, I got Bivol, yeah. But it's usually a question either because Beterbiev is about 40 years old, so it's either he starts fading out, just getting old, because obviously when he trains he feels like he's 100%, but only when you fight this type of opponents like Bivol is, then you see the difference where your body not react as good, the same as before.
Gvozdyk also noted that he didn't see the usual aggressive version of Beterbiev in their first encounter, a key element of his typical approach. He points out that maybe it could have been Dmitry Bivol who had not let him be his aggressive self, or it could have been his knee.
That I didn't see the same Beterbiev as in his last fight, when he was super aggressive, this vicious pressure, those punches. Maybe there's two options. Maybe either Bivol didn't let him, or plus he was right. Beterbiev was coming back to the ring right after injury. Plus maybe they didn't have enough time or something, and so now it's gonna be. We're gonna see what happened. Either just Beterbiev because Bivol gonna be better this time. I'm sure. He's gonna be more confident. He knows what to do. He knows what he didn't do.
Moreover, Gvozdyk pointed out that Bivol is the younger fighter, and if age starts catching up with Beterbiev, it could affect his performance compared to previous bouts. However, he emphasized that the outcome largely depends on Artur Beterbiev and how well he adapts in the rematch.
I think it more depends on Beterbiev.
Right.
If he really start getting old, then I think Bivol gonna make it. If we're gonna see again, it was just mistake, just bad fight, bad preparation, then Beterbiev has and also Beterbiev also has a chance because he can crack you anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is also, you're supposed to be super focused, and sometimes we're missing something.
Right.
This is always like in favor to Beterbiev. So for me, I like then I pick that winner. I go by 50-50.
Right.
Hamza Shiraz predicts that the rematch will mirror the first fight, emphasizing that the only real adjustment Dmitry Bivol can make is to increase his punch output. He cautions that standing in front of Beterbiev would be a risky strategy and suggests that the fight could end in a late stoppage victory for Beterbiev.
Do you know, it might sound a bit silly, but I think the only thing he can do different is throw more punches. But he threw enough the first fight, because I don't think you can. Well, it'd be silly to stand with Beterbiev. It'd be silly to stand with him. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a repeat of the first fight, maybe even a late stoppage for Beterbiev.
Yeah. Spencer Oliver pointed out that Beterbiev was dealing with an injury going into their first fight, which may have affected his performance. He emphasized that the key challenge for Bivol in the rematch will be controlling the space effectively to neutralize Beterbiev's relentless pressure. Spencer ultimately sides with Artur Beterbiev for the win.
I think Beterbiev was injured going into that last fight, and I think that may have hampered his performance. And I think the big problem that Bivol's got is how he controls that space, because Beterbiev is not just a wrecking machine. It's educating what he's doing there as well. He's calculated. He sets traps. He does things, even though it looks like he's just all-out aggression. And so I think that Beterbiev.
With both men prepared to showcase their skills and adapt their strategies, fans are in for another thrilling encounter. We want to hear from you. Who are you rooting for in this epic battle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss a beat. And we will see you in the next video with more exciting updates.